What is up, guys? I haven't actually given any recent updates on the piston race or piston token, so I figured I would just do a really quick video to explain where I'm at in this whole process. So again, obviously drip is my main thing. I got 929 drip in there. Looking forward to hitting 1,000. If you're trying to make a decision whether to get into piston or drip, like you're sitting on the sidelines and you're not in either, I strongly recommend that you get into drip. And the reason is it's over a year old now. It's a much more proven system. A lot of updates that are coming online very soon make it super bullish. And you know, the price at just over $30 is outrageously undervalued in my humble opinion. But again, not financial advice. You make your own decisions when it comes to finances. But if you're already in drip and you just want to splash some money around, play in a couple other different areas just for fun, for me this is kind of education, right? If I lose my 700 and whatever dollars that are in there right now, that's okay. It helps me learn a new platform, learn more about these systems. This is obviously a drip fork, so it came from the original drip contract, and then they made some changes. So we'll see how this one does. I don't plan on this one being like a massive money maker for me. I've got drip for that and a couple other projects, but I really don't think it's bad to throw your money in a couple different projects. You can still make a bunch of money on Hex. You can make a bunch of money in Piston Race. There's a lot of different DeFi projects out there that you could make a good amount of money on. So you don't feel the need to just put everything in one basket. But I would say that if you do all your own research and you find one front runner, you want to load those bags more than you load your other stuff, right? One of those projects is likely going to have you feeling more confident than any of the others. You can go a little harder into those and then just sprinkle some money around. It's good education, and you know, hopefully you'll make some extra money just by doing it. So anyway, that's why I am in Piston Race. I'm sure some of my peers on the drip side are frustrated because I'm talking about it, but trust me when I say I'm just putting a limited amount of capital over here, and I'm still DCAing, buying new drip tokens every once in a while as well, especially at this low price. So if you're not in either, go to drip first. If you're already heavy in drip and you want to try Piston Race, feel free to jump in. You can use my little pit crew code. I'll post it in the description below. If you didn't watch my earlier video on it, I recommend doing that because I'm not going to explain all the details here. But basically, Piston Race is a 1% daily ROI platform. Like I said, it's a spin-off from the original drip contract. So for the most part, it functions in almost an identical fashion. After it launched, there was a couple of rug pulls on other drip forks immediately, and the price pretty much crashed down to about $7-8. I forget, it might have gotten a little bit lower. But now it's worked its way back up to 15, which is awesome, which is above where I originally got in, so it makes me feel good. So you could get into the race for just about $15 per piston token. To do that, you want to come to the swap tab, very similar to the drip. You're going to pay this out in BUSD. So if you've got BUSD in your wallet, you can exchange those for piston tokens. Then you'll come over to the race. This little button right here will be green for you. It'll say start. Once you click on that, you'll add however many piston tokens you have available to add into your little gas tank. Sometimes, I don't know if they fixed this issue, but for me, I was never able to add portions of tokens. So if I had bought 15.5 piston tokens, I could only put in 15 even. So you may have that same issue. I don't know if they've resolved it or not. Just figured I'd call that out. So right now I've got just 3 people on the team. Here are my deposits. Current value is at $737 BUSD. And my gas tank is just about at 49. So just been slowly compounding this thing, or they call it nitro. I'm just taking the money that's in my available and throwing it over in my gas tank and letting it build up. Now there is a different mechanism here in Piston Race that's not on the drip side, and that's this 5x meter. Once you reach 5 times your deposit amount, your account will max out. To incentivize consistent inflow of value into the system, a distinction is made between new deposits and compounds or indirect rewards from one's downline, as follows. The total amount in the gas tank can never go higher than 5 times the amount of deposits into your gas tank. So you wouldn't be able to just put in one piston token for $15, compound that forever, and end up with $1 million. Eventually that will max out, so it's important to be aware of that. Right now my max payout is 178 piston tokens, but I don't plan on claiming this until I max out. Once I max out, I may add another 500 or so just in additional deposits to see how far I can run this thing up. but the majority of deposits that I have will be going into the drip system and that drip ecosystem because I think it's a more established play, and so I think it's going to be big. Forex is my favorite developer. These guys over here that did Piston Race are also awesome. Nothing bad I can say about them. The system is working as it should. I mean, we're not that far in. I don't even remember when it launched, maybe a month ago. So there's still plenty of time for a rug pull if it's going to happen, or some sort of exploit, but we'll see. I have no reason to believe anything bad will happen other than history. Seems like every other drip fork has gone down recently with some sort of exploit or total rug pull. So it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen with Piston Token. But for now, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm still bullish on the program, and I think it could be just another way to earn a little extra 1%. So if you want to join my team, again, I'll leave the information down below. If you are not in any of these platforms yet, I recommend that Drip be your primary and Piston Token be your secondary as far as investment allocation. But again, not financial advice. You do whatever you want to do with your money. Do plenty of research. Know that any money you put into DeFi space could disappear overnight, so only invest risk capital. But so far, this is working extremely well. It's very easy to use, very clean system. So thumbs up so far for Piston Token.